and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've actually done a project. So today, this is Sharon Patterson's Simple Projects, and today we're going to be actually painting on black mixed media paper. Let me show you what we've got here. Black mixed media. It's by the Strathmore. Basically, you can get any size, but the size that the store I went to had was the 9x12, and it's just a thicker paper. You could watercolor with it, and you can paint, and you can chalk. I wanted to do a different type of picture and do it on black this time. Where I'm at right now, I don't have the actual picture with me that we're doing, so I thought I would just show you on my phone the picture that we are going to be doing. The only two colors is that you're going to need is you're going to need white. You can either get the bright white, but I wanted to have a little fun with my paint, so I got actually metallic white. All the products that I get here, this company is not paying me to do it, but these are the products that I like using. Hi guys. And so it's from Michael's Craft Store, and it's the Artist Loft brand. For beginners, this is the perfect brand of paint to use. Also, get you a colored pencil of some kind, because we are going to sketch it out a little bit. And what I like to do here, because the board that I'm on is bigger than what my paper is, I just got me some Scotch tape, and I just taped it to the back of the paper so that it won't move around on me. You may be able to lay it down flat, but it's easier for me to do it this way so you can see while I'm drawing. So, as I said, well, there's the picture. I got metallic white to be fun, and then I also got the metallic copper for the limbs. So basically, you're going to need a colored pencil, light colored pencil, or if you can see drawing with just a ruler pencil, that's fine as well. This is basically something just to help you sketch out and kind of get a feel of what the paper, where you're going to put things. The only thing that I'm going to sketch out is actually the jar. The limbs, I'm just going to paint as I go. There again, if you want to take the time and sketch everything out, then that's fine. The brush that I am going to use, where did it go? I've ate it. Where did that thing go? Well, yeah, it's gone. Oh, this might work too. That's for that one. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be so disorganized, but I did have a brush. That's the funny part, is I did have a brush. No, I don't like that one either. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna get this one. Nope, that's not it. All right, so I've got the multi-pack from Michael's Craft Smart paints, and I'm going to try this brush today with my painting. It is a size number 2, and it's soft and round. Okay? All right, so let's get started. I'm going to get my phone back out so I can just start looking at what we're going to do and start sketching. Let's see, can you, well, you can't see that. I thought I was ready, but as you can tell, I was not. Every color pencil that I could have picked out is not the colored pencil that I want. Okay, so I'm going to move my board just a little so I can have, if you can see that, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sketching out my jar. You may can see that. I really need that light. Or a lighter color. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if you can see it out. This one. All right, there we go. I'm only sketching lightly. I've got a lime green one. If you've got a white color pencil, that's perfect. So you're going to draw a line down. This is going to be the lip of the jar. And then it's going to be like a crescent moon, like not even a half a moon, but the bottom of a moon for the lip. And then you're going to just come back around and attach it. Don't worry about it because, you know, the paint hopefully is going to cover most of this. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is, once you have that straight lip, you're going to bring it down and flare it out. Flare it out. The jar lid is going to be the top of it. It's going to be about halfway down your paper. About halfway down your paper. All right. And then, guys, don't draw a harsh line. Just give you a line that you can see your paper. See, I'm going to have to draw mine a little harsher just so that you can see it. Can you see that line? And it's going to go about right to about 1.5 inches from the top of your paper. And then you're going to give that half curve line, just a curved line, and you're going to make a not a full circle, but you're going to do a circle at the bottom, okay? And right here and right here, I'm just going to draw a line because that's going to give it, start giving it that illusion that it's that you could just pick that jar up. It's going to look like that. And then right here on the right, I'm just going to draw a little line, and it's going to be just something like that. All right. So guys, when you're done with that part, you're going to make, it's going to look like it's going to sit on a table, but you're not going to get that much of the table in there. You're not going to get that much of the table. And then stop about, again, about 1.5 inches from the paper, edge of the paper. Stop. And then you're going to go catty corner all the way in to the edge. You're going to be able to see this more once we start painting. You can still see it a little bit. And then you're going to just draw one line up, and then maybe imaginary line, then let it come up, imaginary line, and let it come up. You don't really want a big line because we are going to be painting. And another one, this is going to be the top of your jar. All right. My poor jar is crooked, but that's okay. It's going to be my jar. And I really, really wish I had seen what I had done with those brushes. Because I really had picked one that I liked. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to try this one. It's going to be a little thicker, and it's a 6, and it is a round. 6 and round. So, we're going to start with our jar. So, you're going to get a little paint on your brush, And I'm going to start right at the top. And I'm not going to be so worried about having that line as straight. I'm literally going to brush it and give it that wispy look. It's not going to be a sharp edge. It's going to be, you're going to see some of that. And I'm going to go straight down on either side. And I could come back in and just maybe get another brush that has a flat edge while it's dry. I really need some water. Okay, I'm going to get my brush a little dry. And then I'm just going to come back in and swoop it. Swoop is a big word. You're going to hear me say swoop a lot. Okay, I'm just giving that line so the jar will look like I'm still not. I'm giving the jar its texture pretty much. And while, see, this paper, I will say that this paper has a tendency of drying really fast. So I wouldn't recommend, I would recommend doing one section at a time, because you want to be able to give the illusion that there's lines when there really isn't. And see, just like that, it already had dried. So do a little section at a time. Do a little section at a time. Like, I'm going to go right here. Just do this section. And then I'm going to use this brush as my floater. I'm going to use the edge and just bring it out. Letting it streak. That's another word, letting it streak. Let it streak and give it the lines that it needs for the jar. That's why you're going to have two brushes. Do a little section at a time. Little section at a time. Take your flat brush and you're just going to let it streak. Just like that. Now I will tell you that there needs to be a more defined line right here. Just right there. Okay. Then I go back in. Just like that. And the reason why I picked using the black paper over painting the whole thing black, I just like the easiness of this. This is an easier project. Looks like you worked a lot on it, but it really is a simple way to get the desired look. I'm learning as I go. So I'm just going all the way down my line. All the way down my line. And using my brush. Giving that swoop. And there you see my jar is coming to life. You may want to give a little more paint to your brush, because you're going to be able to then now we're on the line. Okay, just like that. Okay, just going to go just right on the center. of this. Okay. There's my jar. There's my jar. All right. You can always kind of stop where you're at. All right, see, I didn't like that, but I can spread it out now. I can give the look of the jar looking like it's sitting. Using my negative space. My positive space is the white. My negative space is, of course, the black. Okay. I got too happy with my brush. Okay. Now I'm going to go back in with my other brush, this brush, and I'm going to make a sharp line. Making it look more defined. Okay. I'm going to make this line more defined. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to draw this line up just up to there. And I'm going to pull it with the tip. I'm just going to pull it out. Adding a little water to my brush. I'm going to pull that to where it's not so dark. Little water, keep pulling it as far out to get it to not be so sharp. Just like that. Okay. Going to move this line up this way. And you want it to look, you want to pull the stroke up. You don't want a lot of hard lines like the one I just did. Try to use water because the acrylic paint is water-based. Okay. And I'm just going to wisp it up, barely touching the paper. Just like that. Okay, just like that. Make this a bolder. I'm just going to add some more lines. There you go. All right, so now comes the fun part. We're going to do our line for our branches. And I've switched to a level 1, and I cannot read. Oh, it's a number 2, but it's also a let's see what kind of edge this is. It's going to be a flat edge. It's going to be a flat edge. See that? Okay, so taking a little of the copper, I'm bringing my first limb down. I'm going to go back over it. And it's just going to sit on the edge of the jar. Just on the inside of the edge. Okay. So after we do that, we're going to come up here, depending on how many limbs you want. Okay. I'm going to start my first limb, going like that. And my second one. Going right there. These are where our little petals are going to sit. Practice whichever way is better for you, because it doesn't really matter. This is just the brush I like. You might like a different brush. You might work better with a different brush. Okay. Being left-handed is sometimes a chore. Okay. Okay. So depending on how many petals you want, depends on how many limbs you do, how many branched off limbs you do. Right now, that's all I'm going to do. That was smart. Just paint it all over my hand. All right, so now we're going to go back down and do the other limb, or the branch, I mean. Can you still see? Okay. Okay. And so this one is going to come right here. And I've got a limb that's going to come right there. Right there. not much of talker. I want you to be more thinking of where your branches are going to go. I want most of my branches to be up in the sky. I don't want them to be hanging down. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. More branches, more petals. Going to do another one there. One there. Okay. And I kind of like the breaks in my limb. If you want a more solid one, go for it. Yep, I'm going to leave that. All right. I really think that's all I'm going to do with my branches. I think so. All right, so while I was I've done this as an art class, and so I used, because I only had regular sponge brushes, I used the back end of this. And those two are about the same size. But they do carry it at Michael's. They carry a kit of foam brushes that have these in them. So if you want to buy this, you can. But if you already have foam brushes, you can just use the back end of this. Okay? So I'm going to try this, see if it works. And if it don't work, you'll know, and then you know better to... Okay, so with a sponge brush, you don't want a lot of extra on your paint, on your brush. You want it to, so, nope, that didn't work. I don't like that. Okay, so there we go. There's our perfect petals. One, and if you don't, you can leave it to where it's only showing half of it. I don't know if I like this or not. I'm going to leave that. Let's see what the other one does. Okay, let's see if it works any better. I don't know. Leave in your comments which one you liked better. The one that filled it completely full through, which I could probably just keep going until it got lighter. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. Do them in threes. Okay. Go back. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The sponge brush, I'm finding it doesn't give you, unless you go straight up and down, which I have a tendency of not doing. I think the other one gives you more control than this does. Just got to... Yeah, this one don't give you as much control. But you can pat more than on the other one. So being crafty means being willing to try different things. And I've tried this and I don't know if I like it or not. And if you don't rush, I'm almost done. I'm going to let some kind of start falling off of the tree or the branches. And I'm going to put one right there. And then some right here. And just a few sitting beside of the jar. Okay. I think I'm going to do one there. And one going off of there. I really think I'm about done. And as you, oh, this one needs. There you go. I think I'm done. All right. This is what I may do. I'm going to go get my one brush back. I've got it now all over my fingers. And I'm going to just make these lines a little sharper. And then again, I might regret it, but I really want the line to have a contrast against that black. Okay. So now, guys, I think I'm done with this. Just wanted to do this project for a few ladies that couldn't come to my retreat, ladies retreat. I'm just gonna do this. And another nice little thing that would be fun if at the end, if you wanted to, you could give your petals a little red or bronze or whatever color this is. I think it's copper. Use the end of your brush just like that. You could go as crazy as you want. You could leave it just like we did to begin with. You can add more to it, add a little color to it, make the jar more blue. One thing I have learned about this paper though is you really, really, really need to not put as much on your brush because it takes longer for this paper. I mean, if you're doing light strokes or thin layers, the brush, it does really good, but if you put too much paint on there and it lays on there too much, it takes forever for it to dry. Okay. I'm no professional, but I just love doing this. I need to add some more. Add a little more there. I need to add another one there. Yeah. Okay. And do like I didn't do. Make sure that if, you know, I put way too much paint out. It's always easier just to put it a little out at a time. So, there we go. I'm about ready to say I'm done. Just a quick project. It looks harder than it really is. So hopefully you can learn some techniques from it. And me show you a little trick. With the silver or the bronze, if you'll just pull out like a little, gives you that look of a petal. Pull, pull. You want that wispy look? Oh, see, that is way too much. Okay. So, I'm going to try another brush. I'm going to try this one. You just want it to be wispy looking. You don't want it to overpower your dots. Just like that. Okay, and I can always go back over it with a white brush if I didn't totally like what I saw. To not give it that such a harsh. Just like that. Okay, and there we go. So I would wait until it completely dries, and then I would sign my name. Make sure you're signing up in here so that when it dries and then you frame it, you might have to come in a little bit so you're not covering your name up. All right, so here we go. Thank you so much for being a part of this project, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.